Marine beetles are so cool because, unlike you'd expect from insects, they show elaborate parental care. They use their highly sensitive antennae to smell dead carcasses from kilometres away, usually something like a mouse or a bird. If they arrive at the same time, the males will fight the males and the females the females until there is one pair that reigns supreme. They will then tear off all its fur or feathers, spread it with antimicrobial anal and oral exudates, and bury it in a nice ball underground.
Fungi form a taxonomic kingdom all of their own, which perhaps surprisingly is actually more closely related to animals than it is plants. And whilst their effect on the planet might not be as immediately obvious as animals and plants, they play a completely vital role in a healthy, functioning woodland ecosystem. Fungi are actually one of the main decomposers in forests. They use the enzymes produced by their hyphae to break down leaf litter and dead wood, from which they absorb nutrients that are essential for their growth.
Here in the beautiful Brampton Wood, the home of a very special little animal. It's a rodent which has shed the negative connotations that usually come with rats and mice, and it seals the hearts of anyone who sees it. If you haven't guessed yet, I am, of course, talking about the dormouse.
Hey, I'm going to be talking you through my top 5 tips for making wildlife films on a budget. Making wildlife films is a really fun and constructive way to engage with the nature around you, whether that's right here in your garden, in a local park, or in an urban centre. Now, I'm a full-time PhD student, so I don't have whatever cash I like to splash on the best gear, so I have to be a little bit innovative when it comes to my shooting.
The gannet is the UK's largest seabird and lives to around 35 years old, but it doesn't get its adult plumage until its 5th year. It actually starts out nearly completely black and gradually gets more white feathers as the years go by.
This all sounds like a huge amount of work for a species that a lot of people will never see, so why do you care so much about the dormice?
Dormice are a really important species. They're what we call an indicator species. So that means when we have dormice, it's an indicator that our woodlands are for really good habitat quality. So they're very much habitat specialists. They need a wide range of food plants. They also need really good habitat structure. So it's just an indicator that our woodland's really good for dormice. It'll also be really good for a wide range of other species.
And as well as their nature quality, when I talk to people, what they often say is that I just love them because they're so cute. So do you remember the first time that you saw a dormouse?
I do. It was actually down in Bedfordshire when I was still volunteering. And it was quite a cold day, so the dormouse was quite sleepy. Just curled up nice and dozy. So they're adorable to find.
Oh, okay, I can't wait. I haven't seen my first one yet. So would you be happy to take me out onto the reserve with your survey party and hopefully we can see one?
Yeah, that's absolutely fine. Fingers crossed we'll find one.
Hello and welcome to Battle of the Beasts, part of the Cambridge Festival. This is the interactive game show where we'll be hearing about the weird and wonderful side of the animal kingdom and pitting some of its stars against each other. Don't just think that this will be a live rehashing of a game of top trumps. We're not battling these animals based on basic characteristics like size and speed. We're delving into the bizarre, the funny and the creepy to show you just what the animal kingdom is really made of. I'm Ellie Bladon. I'm an evolutionary biology PhD student in the Department of Zoology here at Cambridge. I'm also the host of podcasts Us and STEM and Lockdown Science. And much more importantly, I'm your host for this evening.
And if the not-so-humble fungus's life-saving properties and ecosystem services still haven't got you excited, then just remember that yeast is a type of fungus, and that's something which anyone who likes a cheeky tipple or a crusty loaf should be very happy about.
This is really exciting. We just had a call from another volunteer group in the wood saying that they found a dormouse in the nest. So we're going to run along and see if we can get there in time.
This lucky team found a dormouse in one of their boxes, so it's time to carefully process it and collect that important data.
Scientist in her natural habitat, looking at graphs and thinking about test tubes. After all, that's what science is all about, right?
Wrong. Science is all about asking big questions, like, how old is this mountain? Do worms talk to each other?
How does my message travel from this phone to this phone?
Why do Diet Coke and Mentos do this? What happens when a star dies?
And finding even bigger answers.
I love science because it's real. It's messy, it's loud, and it's all around us. Science helps us to understand the universe and our place in it. And what could be cooler than that?